All right, so this is going to be, I think, episode 8 because after 7, we may have had a week where we missed, and then we had Memorial Day weekend, which runs onto Monday here in the States, and that's definitely family time. So we're back, and in lieu of Myth, we've got Vyurr on the line. Say hello.
Hey, how's it going?
So it's been a couple weeks since our last conversation any of us had over voice on the Wizards. So what's been going on with you?
Well, arena's been challenging. It seems that if you're not running the Gear 12 7-star Malak, uh, or you're not running the absolute fastest Darth Revan team in your shard, life becomes a little more challenging. I know that on the Robot Wizard we've come up with some pretty clever solutions, but it involves, for me anyway, having Malak, switching mods and switching out characters. So it's become a little more challenging. It's not the free payday it's been in the past. So that's my life right now.
That's funny you say that because so this afternoon I was hanging out with my brother. He's in our it's King Aegon John Sand Snow Targaryen. uh,
Yeah, yeah.
so I was
The
hanging out
long
with
name
him.
of SWGOH history. Yep, that's the
Yeah.
guy.
Um, and I think it's Sunday is usually the day where, like, is that the day where we've got arena is what gives you your cool stuff. Is that the task?
Oh yes, 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 yes. Your guild event or your guild currency. Yes.
Something like that. So I was like, I feel like I'm an open door for our shard for letting in the weak teams because I run the Darth Revan Yoda team, but I've got it modded super weird for huge damage, but like no speed on my Bastila. So I think Jedi Revan can beat me pretty easy. So I was looking at one of the teams that I saw hit me and the mods, and I'm like, oh gosh, these guys are gonna kill me for my stupid mods. Just screwing with the poor English guys and their payout. So I put Malak in just because I'm like, well, okay. I mean, he's Gear 11. He doesn't suck. I'll just put some mods on him and play. And I tried climbing with it, and like the first couple teams, it was fine. I'm like, okay, so you can win with like inferior speed. You have to play it smart. And then I got into the top 10, and I think I tried. I was skipping you. I was short hopping to go around you, and I played Josh's team, and just got like it started off. I'm like, okay, well, I'm a little behind. Like, I'll be able to make this up, and then I was completely dead. And I'm like, oh, is this whatever? Is this the mirror match that everybody's talking about? Because this kind of sucks.
Yeah, I was talking to Luminostar about it because she doesn't have Darth Revan yet. She'll get him next pass, and so she's running the Jedi Knight Revan with Thrawn, that variant, to take down the Darth Revan Malak teams, and it's working great. But I mean, it's not 100% for sure. But it's like I explained to her, you're a couple metas behind, so
Yeah.
that's going to be the case. You're not going to win them all, but it's hard. Like I loved, as much as everybody else hated the Jedi Knight Revan meta, I adored that meta
You liked
because
that.
I adored it because I ran the slowest Jedi Knight Revan team in the whole shard, and everybody was complaining about 4 minute, 45-second mirror matches, and I would wipe them out in 2.5 minutes every
Yeah.
time because I ran them heavy offense on Grandmaster Yoda and Jedi Knight Revan, and so I was explaining that to her. Like it's I adored that meta because it was nuanced and you were never quite out of it. As long as Jolie was still alive, you were never quite done. Whereas I find with the Darth Revan meta, um, you can be done in 40 seconds, like
Yeah.
with no possibility of recovering. Like it's just, and it's so speed dependent. It just
Yeah, it's more so what Vyurr was saying there. When Jedi Revan was released, it took a couple weeks for everybody to get all the characters totally geared up and maxed, and like obviously like make them faster was the first strategy, and then Vyurr figured out how to win with like he has good mods, but he doesn't have like he's not working with ridiculous speed mods. He just went he just ran heavy offense and smart modding on it, and he was probably the most successful on offense. And I can vouch for when Myth and I were trying to get the CLS thing to work, we would be able to beat one of our Euro players who, like, they've got good mods and everything, but then the kind of the litmus test would be whether the team or turn order or whatever strategy we just worked on, if that would work against Vyurr's team, because it was just like so hard to get at him. Like, it was either his GK was too, like, we just couldn't get through that, or couldn't land debuffs, or he would just kill us before we could do anything. So yeah, I'm totally with you. Like, it seemed like there was a lot more modding options you had with Jedi Revan, whereas Darth Revan, it's just speed. Like, they have so much built-in, like, stacking stats that the type of mods don't really matter as long as they have high speed secondaries.
Completely agree. I mean, once Bast puts that corrupted battle meditation on, it just neuters the entire team, right? So whereas with Jedi Knight Revan, you didn't have that. Like, they were already fast. So if you loaded Jolie up with health, and you like made my GK had like 95,000 protection on him, so he could take whatever you threw at him. And then my Grandmaster Yoda and my Jedi Knight Revan hit like a ton of bricks. Like, they hit so hard.
Yeah.
I had so much offense on them that even I always went second in every one of my mirror matches. I always went second, and it didn't matter.
Yeah, and I mean, later on, everybody's the second time Jedi Revan came out and people started unlocking them and running them, we were able to see the teams that the new owners were running, and I was one of them. And I kind of had to go to that hybrid offense team where you can put in Ezra and or Hermit Yoda to just give you a boost of offense to just push through. Because if you can make a kill early and not get into the back and forth of trading buffs and trading heal ups and everything, then that was my only shot to win when I tried to run it as a mirror. And of course, I just went back to CLS because I had the whole team maxed.
Yeah, and that team definitely worked. And it's a good point, actually, because even now against the Darth Revan squads, if you're fighting a Dark Bast that doesn't have the Zeta, Ezra is far better than Thrawn in that, because without that foresight on Darth Revan, Ezra will tear him to pieces. But that foresight, that one turn where Ezra can't do the big flourish, and then Grandmaster Yoda come in and finish him off, it breaks it. But if you're running against one of those Malak, teams, and they don't have the Zeta on Basti, throw Ezra in there and you will shred it. It's beautiful.
Thanks for mentioning that, because I just had a thing earlier in the week where I think I came to realize that some of my Zetas are crap. And I was starting to regret the Dark Side Bastila Zeta.
It's a thing of beauty. It's subtle, but it's well worth.
Yeah, and I mean the 50% potency, like I've tried adding potency to my characters to get like shock to land more, and it really, like, the potency is already so high, adding potency doesn't really matter. It's like, if it's getting resisted, it's because of the 15% built-in chance to naturally resist or something.
For sure. And that's, again, what's so sad. I mean, the Darth Revan kit and the whole meta is actually really, really beautiful, but it's unfortunate that it's so incredibly speed dependent. If your Darth Revan and Dark Bast go first before the other person moves, you win. Like, it's that.
Yep.
Which is sad. Like, that's not. You can have the least intelligent player in the world, but if he's got those tunes and he's got them faster than yours, you're in for a world of hurt.
So I was sort of like, a couple minutes ago we were talking about Lumi's account and how much she kicks ass in Grand Arena. So we're not. I think we both started the game a year after its release or something. What would you tell somebody, like, what's Lumi's take on like whether to farm Darth Revan, the characters for Darth Revan now, if it means skipping on some previously important characters versus, like if you're new, do you just go straight for the two Revans, or do you need to like pause and get your CLS, or like maybe now you need to get Padme in there?
Wow, what a fantastic question.
Because like there's a lot that you'll skip. Like, so one of the things that I was thinking a new player might be skipping altogether is JTR. Is that a team that you can really skip?
No,
100%
no.
Yeah, it's so
100%.
useful.
Yeah, I think like one of the things I've said to Lumi from day one is that if it's a legendary tune, it's already a step and a half above anything else you can farm.
Yeah.
Like that in and of itself. And the teams, aside from JTR, unfortunately, the teams that you need to farm to unlock these tunes are good teams.
Yeah, they
Ewoks,
are.
Great team. Rebels, great team. Like all of these teams that you need to get the R2s, the 3POs, the Chewbacca's, where you need your bounty hunters. Like, these are good, solid, like B+ teams.
Yeah,
they're not.
So the thing, the JTR question was a little bit loaded because I 100% agree with you. Like Ewoks, if you take them to like gear 11s, and maybe like Ewok Elder at gear 12, that's a solid team. Like you can win on offense with that, and it's sort of like a no-brainer. Like put it out on defense, and they have to bring something credible to beat it.
One Zeta, right? You drop a Zeta on Chirpa.
Yeah, it's super.
One Zeta.
It's super economical.
Yeah,
and sure. Having a built-up Ewok team means that you can get those free Zetas, and they've got that monthly Mythic event, or the one where you. Which one is it? Yeah. Endor Escalation or something?
Yeah, the one with the ATST one.
Yeah. So you get like 2 to 4 Zetas a month for having the Ewok team built up. Like that's
not to mention that, like, and I mentioned this earlier on the Robot Wizard chat. A decent like Zeta Chirpa Ewok team, like Gear 11, with Logray and Paplu and Wicket, will smash the crap out of a really good first order team, which is one of those teams you see on defense all the time, right? In Grand Arena and Territory Wars.
Yeah.
And a good Ewok team, a decent Ewok team, will beat a better first order team. And those first order teams can be challenging, right?
Yeah. I need to practice that particular counter.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's poetry. It's because, and it always looks like it's not going to go well. And then all of a sudden you end up with just the Zeta crew and Zeta Kylo left. And at the worst, you're going to time out if you don't have them quite geared enough. At the worst case, that's where you're going to end up is a timeout. But they just don't have the. I mean, you focus on the Panda, you wipe them out. But the Ewoks, they just go. They attack. It's like death by 1,000 cuts. It's beautiful.
Yeah, they're super durable. I think I just need to maybe focus on my Wicket mods a little more just to get the damage up, because I've used them against First Order, and the only problem, like, I'll survive. I'll get some lucky revives and I'll be fine, but it's taking out a well modded crew and a good Zeta Kylo.
Yeah, and I don't have the Zeta on Kylo, and I
keep looking
at it. It's one of those ones that it's like, is it too late? Should I go there? It's like Barris. It's the same thing. I look at Barris every day, and I'm like, God, did she need a Zeta? I've got Padme needs another one, and GK needs another one to finish that team up. But God, Barris just keeps looking at me. And
oh my gosh, yeah. Who was it? I was talking with. Oh my gosh, I can't remember who it was, but somebody was talking about like the Padme team and switching over, and what strategy I used to beat Gear 12 Malaks with them, which, by the way, I think it was just having luck on those particular matches. But he was showing the team that he was running, and it was the Xeris variant, And I was like, dude, I have no idea how well that one works because I don't even have Barris 7-starred.
Was that Tuturek on the Robot Wizard, maybe?
No.
No, not him. I remember seeing it there. That's where I saw it, but I thought that might be him. But...
Marjade. No, I can't. I don't even remember which discussion it was in. But let me see if I can find my Barris. Yeah, here she is. She's like Gear 8. Stuck on
I think I'm in the same boat. Yeah, I'm in the same boat, I think.
I just don't want to give it to her. Like, I got to give it to Echo. I got to Gear 12
what?
Echo first.
You and your clones, I swear to God. But you know what? It's going to serve you well, I feel like, when Grievous's capital ship comes out. I think you're going to be in a far better spot than I am. I still have Rex's and Clone Trooper ships at like 4 stars, and I'm working on Anakin's, but yeah, I'm a long way from home on that one for sure.
You know what? I love Clone Sergeant. I'm upgrading his stuff right now on his ship. This guy, I think when they release Gear 12, do I have? Oh, I didn't. No, I didn't do that. Oh, damn it! I so want. Like I was joking around with somebody and saying like, my first Gear 13 is gonna be Clone Sergeant. But I don't have those 2 pieces on them already. Maybe I'll do 5s. No, God. I don't have the pieces on him either. 5 is awesome.
Is he?
Yeah, like if he got like a very minor statistical buff, or maybe something. So, like if they, so I've got some crazy ideas of what they could do with Grand Arena once it comes back. Like if they did something, you know how ships has reinforcements. If they did like Grand Arena 5 basically like 5 versus 5 matches, but you have 3 or 4 reinforcements, and you could pull in guys and bring in like different uniques and stuff. That might be cool. But then another thought that my brother had was doing nodes where like you can. So let's say for instance you have. Let me tab over. Doing something where, like in this node, all leader abilities are shared with with matching tags or something like that.
Oh, jeez.
So like you could do a node where I'm struggling to describe the idea, but let's say.
No, I get it.
So like it would force people to fully develop like the other resistance characters. So you could have like 2 badass resistance teams. You know what I'm saying? And there's like a bunch of leftover.
But nobody wants Rose. Let's be clear.
Right. And how many people have slacked on Resistance Pilot and Holdo, you know? But
yeah,
and even Poe and Finn's abilities. Like I think I've got Finn parked at Gear 9 because he was working for me back then. But if you needed to run like 2 resistance teams and it like just buffed them both if you filled one node with both resistance teams, like I would seriously consider throwing a bunch of gear on characters that I'm just set on ignoring for the rest of the game right now. And the same could be true for Galactic Republic because there's a ton of GR characters in the game. So like, you know, the Padme team is kind of a given, but then after that, what do you do? Like there's a ton of stuff there.
Oh, for sure.
Like
and I'm so torn on that mess. Like getting Padme was challenging enough, and for those who don't know, like my I wish I had recorded it, except it would have been a 150-hour long video of me trying to get Padme 7-starred, because my good Lord, it was an epic duel to end all duels. I mean, I went through the Chewie event and I went through the 3PO event, and they were tough. For me, anyway, the Padme event was just like was the trial by fire to end all trial by fires. It was so tough, and I was so determined because I 6-starred. I had, when I first started, my separatists were just fine. And then I like unlocked her and I'm like, oh, and then the 6-star wasn't like horrible. And I was like, wow, got her 6-starred. Like, time. I got to go for it at this point. And man, oh man, what a journey. Like to go, the 6 stars took me, I think it was like the end of the second day. Mm-hmm. And you can ask Lumi, like I probably, and I'm not exaggerating, I was over 1,000 attempts for sure.
I believe you. You were like always on, like you were just looking for a chat to respond to on Discord to like tab out of the game or something. You were just always online.
I needed that because it became one of those. Because what I love about this game is among other things, I love the challenge. I love. I've said to Myth numerous times, like I love when my Grand Arena opponents are like the one I have right now going into the finals is going to be an epic challenge. He's a mirror match. Like we are, even to the mods, like our plus 20 speed mods are like bang on. Our plus 25 speed mods are bang on. Like it's going to be fantastic. I don't know if I'm going to be able to beat him. I feel like the fact that he put his Darth Revan on D and I didn't.
You're going to win.
I feel like that's going to help.
It's definitely.
And for anybody that has Darth Revan and Malak, if you're up against an opponent, most of them will put Darth Revan and Malak on D, and if yours is faster, keep them for offense. It's that's how I roll anyway. Yeah, they're almost always gonna. Yeah, I feel like that's a huge, because for some reason everybody just they just look at it and they throw their Darth Revan and Malak on D, and if they're faster, then maybe you throw yours on D too. I don't know, but I found that every opponent I've ever had that had Darth Revan and Malak, they all throw them on D, and I always keep them from offense, and then I one-shot them, and then I stop attacking and let them sit there and look at it for 12 hours.
Yeah. Yeah, if your Darth Revan team gets capped, you're sort of like, oh, okay, well, I guess I lose.
Yeah, it's a nice little, like, just so you know, the best team you put on D, I just one-shotted.
Just one-shotted it, so take your time. You can try if you want, but I know that you used your best offensive team on defense, and it's dead.
Yeah, no, I find that's a great, and I did the same thing, and now even another kind of Grand Arena strategy that I use anyway, and I don't know how effective it is, but it's worked for me. Is the people that have the Jedi Knight Revan team, you've got that like Jedi Knight Revan, Bass, Jolie, Grandmaster Yoda, GK, split it into 2 teams. Run a Jedi Knight Revan team that's a little weaker, and a Bass team with like throw maybe Hoda in there or something. And now your opponent is like, whoa. Because if you got a Jedi Knight Revan team, they're going to throw like everything they've got at it. But if you've got 2 of them, you're kind of like,
Yeah, no, really... I agree with you there. Like, so there's a lot of people who are in the camp of like, you can't break out the Jedi Revan team at all. But I rely on breaking it out to, like, there's so many good Jedi kits out there. Like, I mean, Revan and Bastila have 2 of the best defensive leads.
100%.
And that it always bums me out because I know that I'm putting out a Jedi Revan team that is super rinky-dink compared to what it could be, but it's Jedi Revan. You can't throw a bunch of Jawas at it and win. Like, you have to bring something good to it. And the same with Bastila. It doesn't matter like what Jedi you have underneath it. You don't want to go in short-handed with it.
No, so you force them to take, because that Bass team can be terrible. Like, they'll go in with Jedi Revan and they'll throw their CLS or their Revan at it or whatever and smash the crap out of it. That's fine. Mm-hmm. Now you've got this Bass team that's sitting there with Ezra and Old Ben and Hoda and, whatever. And all of a sudden, and they start off, they get this huge jump start on you. They get this massive amount of protection to start. And you've got like Ezra tearing you to pieces while you're trying to get at him, while you're beating on Old Ben, who's got 1 billion protection because he's under Bass. Like, it's...
Yeah. Okay, so I'm not... Sorry to switch the channel, but I was just looking at my arena. and Too Little just paid out, and he's got a Gear 12 Malak. So, do you want to? I've got 4 battles. Oh man, so you know how I always talk about like once or twice a week the game is programmed to screw you. I had one of those screw you days in Arena today where I couldn't. Like, I think I had 4 battles in a row where my Darth Revan's Force Storm didn't land shock on Sith Trooper, and so
Right.
I have to have that. That conditionally must happen for me to win. And so
Right.
it didn't happen 4 times in a row, so I ended up paying out at 7. I was like, oh man, and I spent like I spent one short refresh, the 50 and the 100. One of the short refreshes was because I was like, no, I'm gonna beat this. Like, it's not gonna happen 3 times in a row, and it did happen 3 times in a row. So
have a look at Too Little speeds though. Too Little is fast. He's near Sin. He's fast. So keep that in mind before you jump in, because he's one of the ones that I kind of tend to go around if I can. Because his, I believe his Darth Revan he's over 160 or he's at 160 speed or something. He's fast.
Yeah, he's quick. Yep, he's at 160.
There. Yeah.
But so my Padme team is built for like my Padme team is built to go slower. Like, I've got Gear 11 Padme, so I also said that I would start practicing this team again, because I've had a couple people ask me questions because they're trying to run it, and I literally haven't touched it in over a week, so I think it's time. Oh, it's not Old Republic.
Okay, so for those of you who are watching right now, if Brink beats this team with his Padme team, I will be stunned and amazed. So. Okay. No pressure, sir. But
no pressure. But I do need to go through mods, because I've been.
Oh, for sure. Mods. But I mean, like, the fact, if you can beat this with Padme, I will be beyond impressed, and actually will look at this as an option for me if I get stuck, because Too Little I would just avoid. Too Little and Sin I would just go around them.
Let's see, 20 man.
Because in the mirror, he's got the Gear 12 Malak on top of that. But in the mirror, if you go second, you lose. That's just it. You just lose.
10, 7, 13.
So just show us. You can do this. You can do this. Show us.
Not being able to put my 6 dots on Padme just bugs me to no end. Let me see what. No, that's not worth it. That's 1,000 health for.
No, I wouldn't think.
Okay, so we'll do that, and then I'm gonna go.
Now, what Zetas do you have on this team?
All of them. I've got all of them.
Okay, so you got 2 on Padme, 1 on Anakin, 1 on GK. Yep. All the ones on. Okay.
And all 4 on the droid. So I've had best luck taking Ahsoka out and running R2, because he gives you that extra stun, and he also seems to come out with a ton of stacks of courage early in the battle, and one of my issues is beating HK.
Oh, legit. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with.
I've never seen this go. I'm very excited to see this work, actually.
Yeah. Well, if it works.
Well, nope. I'm excited to see it even come close, because, like I said, I have Malak at 6 stars with decent speed. I've got great speed on Darth Revan and Bast, as relatively speaking. Mm-hmm. And I wouldn't even try. I would get smashed by Too Little's team. So if you can pull this off with your Gear 11 6-star Padme, I would love to see it.
I'm gonna try. Oh, he needs something here.
I feel like some mods would be useful.
Something. I feel like every time I've tested this on a recording, like, Myth and I are just shooting ideas around, and then I'd be like, we'll just, like, leave that triangle off. It'll be a real world sample for the person who doesn't have great mods, and I just get smoked every time I do that.
Well, you know what? The beauty of this is we can always edit it. So it's a huge fail. No, I'm actually really excited to see you make this happen, because like I said, with my 6-star Malak and I got the whole package, and I would not even try it because it would just be an epic fail.
Oh, it's doable. It's totally doable. Let me put a crit damage speed arrow on 3PO because why not?
Wow. Because crit damage on 3PO, really.
It's the best.
I
am gonna just do a 30. And so Anakin, I think I want to put potency on this guy.
Really? Eh? Oh, is that for the ability,
the healing immunity?
Immunity? Yeah.
Oh my goodness! If you can get that there, it's all the difference. I don't think you can win without landing healing immunity. Okay, and I've got pretty good. Just give.
Yeah, I feel like you need a crit chance mod because you're.
Are you one of those? Yeah, I happen to have a very good crit chance mod to put them on. Okay. And
make this happen. I'm dying to see it. I would love. Oh.
So do I? I guess.
My OCD is freaking out right now because you have all these characters with no mods on them, with missing spots. It's just causing me a little bit of grief, but.
Yeah, that happens.
Well, it's the robot wizard theory crafters extraordinaire. It's kind of an occupational hazard.
Everything gets messed up. I did have a slight heart attack at the start of Grand Arena because I had messed up my mods I think I was playing the Sith raid and was going for a high score and moved all my mods around and went and was browsing my opponent's mods and then went to check mine. And I'm like, okay, can my CLS or my Darth Revan do this? And it shows your current mods. And for a second, I thought I had no mods on my Darth Revan at lock. I was like, oh god. Okay, we're gonna do this.
Dude, I'm in your corner because if you can pull this off, I'm so excited to see this. Okay, so there's the epic fail beginning that we were anticipating.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
16 stacks. That's kind of a big waste there on Sith Trooper. Getting pummeled, but that's how it goes.
Yeah.
Oy. I don't even know what I want to do here. Whatever. Some fire.
Yeah, let's everybody on fire. Give them some more stacks of ferocity.
Okay, I'm going to do... Let's call Anakin.
Oh, goodbye. Boom.
Get him out.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Well,
get rid of that HK.
He's gone.
Goodbye. Oh my god, you're going to do this.
No. It's...
Oh, you're going to do this.
Yeah, I might.
This.
Oh, come on.
Finish her off. Goodbye.
Okay, so this is an important part.
This is poetry.
Confused.
This is poetry right now.
Let's so he's gonna that was good. He did the health equalize happened and that set Malak's little timer off.
Wow.
21 stacks. He's dead. And
this is over. This is over. Wow.
Dude,
wow. This is fantastic.
It hasn't happened yet.
It's over.
I got a stun. That's very good. Come on. Just die.
Oh, it's over.
You say that.
It's over. Over.
Oh, I should have called 3PO. I missed a stun.
Yay. It's still over.
Oh, did it.
Look at that.
I did it.
Wow.
So it's possible.
It's more than you have a 6-star
Gear
11 Padme and just smash the crap out of one of the top Malak teams in our shard.
So I think that that potency definitely helped on Anakin.
Yeah, I would say so. Wow.
And GK staying alive there was actually really important. He didn't do a whole lot. I mean, I got a retribution and a mass assist out of him, but there was one of those drain lives that happened where I thought he was a goner, but he stayed alive.
So interesting how you're running him. I just noticed you had him at 63,000 protection. I've got mine at 93,000 protection, but not near the speed that you're running him at, and not with a speed set for sure.
And he went so infrequently that I don't even know that speed is really important for him in this composition. Like, because the longer he's sitting there taking a pounding, it feels like the more chance he has to, when he does get a turn, he's got a ton of stacks of courage, and he'll make a difference. Because it's hard to describe. It feels like if Kenobi can attack with a lot of stacks of courage, the battle's going to go well for you. If his attacks go off and nobody really has any damage to give, it's sort of like a wasted turn, and you might as well just thicken him up.
Yeah, no, I'm still reeling a little bit from the fact that you just beat probably the second best Darth Revan team in our entire shard.
Okay.
Fairly easily with your 6-star Padme.
So here's what we've got. We'll just review the stats. So Padme's got health and a speed set on her. I've got a health triangle, 6 dot kind of sucks. +8 speed, protection cross, pretty good, +14 on the circle, +14. I got a lot of +14s, +18 there. So for a 6-star, I feel like good speed on her, and then almost 30k health, 50k protection. Does her potency? I don't have any potency modded on her, so whatever you get is what you get. She worked with no potency added. Anakin. Okay, this is one of my good points. This might have made a difference.
That's pretty solid mod.
Yeah. So
wow,
solid speed there, and the offense secondary is exceptionally good. I feel like, for also having rolled 17 speed. So
I can't believe you would actually 6-dot that without crit chance on it. I mean.
Dude, plus 130 speed or whatever it is. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, that's pretty fantastic.
So 233 speed on Anakin, 26k health, 32k protection, full crit damage, and then 71% potency. I don't know, I don't really know if that mattered because Deft Blade Work says like 80% chance to inflict it. So I don't know if that's a potency check or a math check.
I'm not too sure. I don't think it mattered insofar as by the time it would have mattered, you were down to just Malak anyway.
No.
So you would.
I've come down to that. Like when I test, I can pretty much always get down to just Malak, and he just eats the whole team alive if you don't.
Really?
Stuns and healing immunity. Yeah, it's really crazy. Like, it's always pretty exciting, and then pretty quickly how it's going to go. Like, oh, shoot. And even then, like, he was kind of stuck on red health, and he kept on healing himself. And I was like, well, I'm not sure yet. I needed one of those attacks to happen with a good number of stacks of courage. And fortunately, it happened. And another thing you got to remember is that when you're just down to Malak, everybody who attacks, if they crit, they're going to get fear. So, they lose a turn.
Right. No, it's a fair point. I guess like I like you got Malak on the first pass and kind of have been running it since day one and haven't had to fight against it other than with like the mirror squad.
Yeah.
Run into the same kind of challenges, I guess, that people are running it because the Darth Revan, it's just so high DPS. If you get down to just Darth Revan, it's not an issue that you run into, right? You just smash the crap out of them with HK or Bast or whatever. Like at that point, if you get down to just that, you've won. But you make a very, very valid point where if you're not running that team, he could be problematic with those heals. And if you're not doing the massive, crazy numbers of damage that the Darth Revan teams are doing, then that would be a problem for sure.
Yeah. So R2, I think R2's mods kind of helped me out. What do I have? I've got a good health triangle, protection and protection. So I think that added health for him might have been what kept GK alive, because he gets so, like, his health goes through the roof through, like, with number crunch and being paired with 3PO. And I actually forgot that when I've been testing that, I had always been having R2 be the fastest character on the board, so I would stealth to GK so that, you know, you'd get the virtual pre-taunt, and then it would also, like, preload everybody's little protection ups. But that was definitely lucky. I've got, does Darth Barf pays out early, right?
I'd have to look.
I'm on Discord. Let me check our bot. I don't want to mess with anybody's.
So I saw something interesting, and I'd love your thoughts on this. So I saw you had 2 mods on R2 that were 6-dotted. They were both protection primaries, which I've done a couple of them, but I tend to stray away from them because you go from 23.5% to 24% protection.
Yeah, I've never been a fan of doing protection, and I forget so this one, I do think I remember it had a good health primary on it, and so the health secondary and speed. So I was like, that's a good mod, and it was after a Grand Arena when we got a bunch of mod materials. And I was like, I'm gonna do it. It'll make it a plus 20. And then the health one, I think this was just a 5 roll, and I'm like, I'm 6-dotting this one.
Right.
But I'm with you. I usually abstain from 6-dotting my protection primaries. So health.
Oh, the health are beautiful. Like
the GK, but this one was the defense. You see that 6% defense?
Whoa! Yeah, that's wow.
I'm not sure what I'm sure the maximum is higher than that, but I saw the stat and I'm like, it was like a 2% or 3% or something. I'm like, that seems really high for only 2 rolls. I think I should 6-dot it.
Yeah, no, that's it. And it's on a speed set.
Yeah, too, but you see, this one, I think I just really wanted a crit chance 6-dot badly.
Right.
But the rest are health. So I'm completely with you on the idea that a protection primary is a great mod to keep as 5-dot, you know, and especially for events where you're going to be running non-Gear 12 characters, like a Padme Unlock event. If you 6-dot all your best speed, you're kind of selling yourself short.
Oh, legit. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so let's...
I can't help but notice that you have a bunch of 6-dot mods not sitting on anybody right now. My OCD is starting to go a little wild, so...
Look at this. Yeah.
What is happening?
That's how it works. What do I have? Oh, this one is a nice one too. I forget. I think I usually leave that one on CLS, but I took my CLS mods off. Oh, I took them off for Oh, I know why my mods are all messed up. That special mission from Darkside Territory battle. The one. The
Vyurr's one.
Yeah, I came so close to beating it, and I used. Let me set a squad here. So it's, what is it?
It's Vyurr's and
Vyurr's and IPD, and it's Empire. So I used Vyurr's. I used my Death Trooper, IPD. I used Stark, and I had used Thrawn for something else, and so I used Snow Trooper. And this team right here, I was down to Chewbacca and red health on one of the rebels, but I had killed. I was so close, man. I cannot
beat
close.
That event, and it hurts my heart. I tell Lumi all the time, I need to work on my troopers, and because they're great. I've got the Zeta on Vyurr's. I've got the Gear 11, Snow Trooper. I've got Stark, probably Gear 10, super fast. But I can't seem to get to a point where I can finish. And I've got, Shore Trooper, Gear 12. But I just can't seem to get to a point where I finish that team off. It seems to be there's always something.
I lost IPD in the first round, and I was actually kind of ticked off about that because I thought I was hiding him. I thought I was getting ahead, and I was really carried by my Death Trooper, and I had put my Darth Revan mods on him. So I had him. He was going like almost 300 speed with a crit damage triangle and a protection or a potency cross. So he was landing the daze and the stun almost every time. He was a superhero.
Double tapping the rebel.
Yeah,
for sure.
Oh man, I was so close. And then like, of course, Death Trooper, who had carried me through all the waves, when I'm down to like 3 characters, he starts like they get all these dodges, and I'm like, oh no, I really needed that stun. Yeah. It was so close. And also our guild was not super close, but I mean we went 47 stars. We were 1 star short of Vader's Fist this time, so I was like really pushing to get the maximum number of points. Didn't happen though. Okay.
No, we were close though. It was far and away the closest we've come, and at the end of the day, I think we're probably 15 million GP as a guild short of even coming as close as we did. So to actually hit that 48 stars, I think you got to be about 212 million GP, and I think we're about 193 million right now. So that's pretty fantastic. I think it was pretty flawless territory battle, and our buddy Matt the Bat that runs it for us did a fantastic job. I feel like running that. I feel it was pretty flawless. I think we maxed out at that point. So
yeah, it's nice having. I love our guild. Like it's low key, and like everybody's motivated enough with the game. Like I don't think anybody's like going overboard with it. And when somebody needs to slack off, there's always somebody who's like, oh well, I'll do that. That's cool.
No, for sure. It's pretty. It's nice to not. We're not running spreadsheets. We're not running the Iron Fist.
Screw that.
Yeah, this is a game. It's still a game, and what I love about our guild too, I think a goodly portion, I would say the majority of us are family people. We got kids, we got lives, we got so it's pretty cool to be able to smash out these. We finished the light side territory battle the last time, and 45 started. That was pretty amazing, and we 47 started this one. Like for
and we're way short of the recommended GP for Vader's Fist too. So I thought we were like, I was like, ooh, we might need to, like, if we get this might be something to post to Reddit to encourage other guys. Like, you guys can do it. Yeah,
like to even from everything I saw, the guys that kind of smashed it out for the first time today, the lowest I saw was 212 million GP. So that's 20 million higher than us. So, for us to be, we were like damn close. We were what 17 million away from 48. I think it was something like that. It wasn't far. It wasn't like crazy far.
Yeah, like we can close that gap with maybe a few more people going perfect on the command mission waves, and just the growth over the next couple weeks in raw GP.
For sure.
All right, so I'm gonna go for Darth.
Oh, here we go.
I just want to show you how it can go totally backwards. So I sped up R2. Now I took away that health triangle to do this and gave him a crit damage triangle.
Okay. So now Darth I beat pretty handily, but whereas as too little I wouldn't even take a run at. So this will be interesting to see if you can consistently do this.
Right. So what do I do here? I want to call Padme to get her stacks up quickly. So I'm going to do... it might freeze R2. I don't know. This is probably really dumb. Okay, so I gave my R2 fear because I'm a genius. And I wasted 30 stacks of protection on Sith Trooper. And we'll go with, I guess, an AoE that'll clear some foresights. And make it
Whoa! Goodbye, Sith Trooper.
Okay, now this is only 2 stacks on R2. That's not good.
I might get the stun. Oh, no. No stun.
Oh, no!
Oh, that's not ideal. That's not ideal at all.
Suboptimal. Oh man. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna lose this one.
I feel like you might be in a little bit of trouble at this point.
Yeah. Let's just let the computer decide what it wants to do. Oh.
Yeah.
It just goes downhill so fast.
But that's it doesn't matter what team you run, the Darth Revan teams literally I don't know if you want to call it you make one mistake, but one misstep or one it goes sideways so fast.
Yeah,
fast.
It's pretty unforgiving.
Even in a mirror, I can lose. I can
too.
win a mirror match or lose a mirror match in 45 seconds.
So I wasn't sure what to do with that first move, whether to do her basic, her stun, or her cleanse. Because I always forget. So dispel, and they recover health. For each debuff they gain. Okay, yeah. So, I sort of did want to. I do like to cleanse to get the courage up stacks, like all those protection ups. Then they'll turn into courage, and then you can make a quick kill. But the problem with not running Ahsoka is that you don't dispel those buffs, the taunt, and then you waste all those stacks of courage on Sith Trooper.
For sure. I'm a big fan of Ahsoka. Like I run her in when I run them in Grand Arena. I run what you just ran. I sub R2 out though for Ahsoka, and I run like 3PO, and that's kind of my defensive squad. I feel like 3PO is on defense anyway is kind of a catalyst to really pull the team together. I don't know on offense if it's as necessary, but I really feel like on D he's a catalyst to just kind of he can get ahead of those teams, start stacking those exposes, start spreading around that translation.
Yeah, no, so I'm still torn on 3PO. Like, obviously, I just did that battle 2 matches ago, and the team worked. And when we started trying 3PO, it was kind of like, okay, so we're getting stuck on Malak, and it has to do with, like, his taunt comes out, and it's really annoying, and if you crit him, you get fear, and you lose a turn. So how do you prevent him from taunting? Like, you can dispel it, or 3PO's confused. It's basically fancy buff immunity. So
for sure.
We plugged him in to just be like, okay, so we're going to put Confuse on Malak to stop his stupid taunt. And then the match is just like, it doesn't really make sense how much he helps if you just read the kit, like, aside from preventing that taunt. But the feel for offense is just really good when 3PO's in the lineup. I'm also still not sold on R2. Just because like you're taking Ahsoka out and she synergizes with that whole team so well, but if you're using her to
I'm of the same mind for sure. I think though it's very important for anybody watching this that we need to publicly shame Brink for the fact that he has a fully Gear 12 clone team, except for poor Echo,
dude,
who he has cast aside.
Echo was the goody two shoes. He was the annoying one in that team. Like they called him Echo because he was just like the parrot. And I was like, oh yeah, got the order, boss. And then he sucked at everything. And then he was like, because he was brave, they made him an ARC trooper with 5s, and 5s was way better.
I just feel like we need to publicly shame Brink, though. I think that's very important for anybody listening. That
it's 2 eyeballs and a stun gun. I've got lots of these, but I've just
look at that clone
Gear
team
11.
though. Shame on you. Look at that clone team. Shame on you.
Oh man, and I've got to do Nest next. Nest is next. Next.
Yes, you have to do Nest.
She's
Nest
still in front of Echo, but I will finish Echo, and then everybody, just so you know, when I finish Echo, we will that is the day that CG Carey is going to announce all these new additional clone troopers that are added to the game. And you don't need the old clone troopers for whatever clone trooper used to unlock the next cool thing is going to be. You just don't need these. That's what's going to happen. I'm going to have this awesome Gear 12 clone team, and they will be completely like just outdated, not useful. Nobody needs them. We're gonna get like Commander Wolf, Heavy, all those cool ones.
For sure. But you know what? As a guild, I think we'll chip in. We will get you a Gear 12 All the Clones t-shirt. And I think that it all balances out, right?
Yeah, I can like go have a sleepover with McMole or something. Okay, so if I'm gonna run Ahsoka, let me sit here and what's your I have no idea how you should mod Ahsoka. Do you make her fast? Do you make her hit hard, or you just like stack health on her so she doesn't die?
I feel like I would be rocking either a crit damage, crit chance set, or an offense set with a health set. I feel like that would be my first choice. I feel like that triple hit that she does when she's with Anakin, you want that to be, 3 20Ks or 3 15Ks or,
Okay. I can do that. So I got my health set. Now should I run an offense arrow or a speed arrow? I mean, that's kind of
offense. She's assisting constantly. I would be rocking an offense arrow myself.
Okay. I have one. Okay.
And she's slow as molasses anyway, right? So any speed you put on her, really, how far are you going to bring her?
That's true. The modding doesn't help. She gets I think she carries in like plus 50 or something from her unique. Ahsoka has plus 25, and those values are doubled while she has crit hit immunity. And she will have that at the start of each encounter if Anakin is there. So she has plus 50 speed. So she's still like,
still like 194.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's a good point. Like that's just a dumb use of mods you might as well boost her offense because that's what you're going to get the most return on investment for, ROI.
I think so. Like she's going to be assisting and I mean she'll take her turns because 300 speed or 200 speed, they're going to get a turn every, they're still going to get a turn. Their turn meter fills more slowly. But at the end of the day, somebody with 300 speed isn't going to get 2 turns before somebody with 200 speed. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no, I was going through that. I was going through that thought process earlier where I was tweaking speeds, and I kind of like after a couple battles I realized, like you're not like if you make one character 10 speed faster than the opponents, it's not like they're going to cycle through and get a second, like get an extra turn over the course of 3 turns. Like this, it's basically starting turn order, and that sort of persists unless the match goes like super deep for some reason.
For sure. No, completely agree. It's just like Chewie. Like who puts speed mods on Chewie? Hopefully nobody.
Yeah. So GK, I was talking about slowing them down, and 223 is still good, and that's 10,000 extra protection. And what about a protection primary here? What does that do? 88K.
Wow. See, now that's more.
This seems better.
I feel like it is. Like I said, I run mine at 95K protection. I feel like you want him thick because he's going to take the hits for you, right? That's his whole job.
Yeah.
With all the tanks, really, they're the meat shield, right? They got it. If they're doing damage, when they get stacks of courage in the case of GK or whatever, that's just bonus damage. That's not damage you're counting on to win, because if it is, then you've built your team way wrong.
Here's 90,000.
Wow. Yeah.
Let's try that.
With a defense set too. I feel like that's fantastic. What's his armor look like with that defense set?
46.
Yeah, that's
good.
That's not. Yeah.
So this will be, this is a good test for. I mean, this is considering how much protection it is. I feel like that's fine speed, but I'm sure that people out there can put together mods where it's like, okay, maximize protection, whatever health you can get. This will sort of like he'll be eating a lot of they'll be eating on his protection for a while, and Malak's drain life will, like, it works off of his max health, so if he still has protection pool, like it's just gonna minimize the amount of damage he takes from that.
That's a really clever point, actually.
Yeah. But I don't think it's ever real. I don't. Unfortunately, I
hadn't considered that though. No, I hadn't considered that. That's very that's very astute.
And so let's go with Ahsoka. And I'm sure. So R2 has those awesome mods. Let's just put that whole loadout on 3PO. So that's.
Whoa. Yeah, let's sped him up a little bit.
That's holy rolling. Like, that's quick.
Yeah, that's fast. That's really, really fast.
So the downside here, what's my downside? 289 plus 2310. Let's just see what happens.
Number crunch is your downside.
I'm losing number crunch, and I'm losing the fact that I've got a max 3PO, and I can rely on putting good speed mods on him to stealth to Kenobi and mitigate the effects of insanity on the first turn, blah, blah, blah. Let's just... Right. This is why we play the game. Okay. So my whole team got fear. That sucks.
Yeah, well, but here we go.
So cleanse or stun?
I feel like cleanse.
Yeah, I agree. That seems conservative and good. So... Let's just, no courage anywhere. We're just...
That's okay. We're okay. This is how these battles all start, right, though? If you can just get through the initial salvo.
This is already not looking good.
It's not a great start, no.
Okay, so I've got I'm stuck on the taunt.
That's okay.
Okay.
Look at that. Look at him. Look at GK take that like a champ.
Yeah, he looks absolutely fine. The rest of my team is it. Wait, why did I not?
Oh.
Boo! I was sitting there looking at like 3PO.
I feel like that might have been a misplay.
Yeah. Oh
yeah,
well.
It's over now. But
yeah. No, see, now I just never had any stacks of courage running.
Yeah.
And I don't quite understand what exactly it is with 3PO where everybody seems to come out with all that protection up. Man, what a bummer. I want a quick refresh and try that again. Same team?
Yeah, I think so.
What do we do differently? Because I just, the
initial fear is hurtful for sure. Like, yeah, that's tough, and I don't think there's any way around it with that team.
Just go back to 3PO or R2.
You could. Is he faster though? Can you make him faster than his Darth Revan? Probably.
Pretty sure I can.
Oh yeah, that's faster for sure. Guaranteed he's not 322. So there's your pre-taunt.
Mm-hmm.
It's too bad, but it's a shame though to have to run it like that. Again, I go back to the whole speed with this map. Makes me just die.
I hate when that's the answer. It's just it's like, oh, I couldn't think of anything, so I just made my team go first.
Well, it gets down to the fact of where, your cleverness in this game gets down to whether or not you can tell if one number is bigger than the other, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Jedi Knight Revan, and it definitely started in that vein, but that's always the community. They look at the new meta and they go, okay, I got to make them as fast as possible.
Yeah.
And that's generally the answer. Again, going back to, rehash.
32 stacks on GK. So
goodbye.
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
That's such a good start. HK just evaporates.
Yeah.
Oh, 20 stacks right here.
Oh. Oh, look what it did to Sith Trooper. Just melted his face.
Yeah, he's almost gone.
And he's gone right now.
Basic attack.
Boom.
Oh,
All right.
please survive.
Look at him take those hits like a champ, though. Like, I think when you upped his protection, I think that was wise because he's just look at this. Wow.
Okay.
Oh, it's
okay,
over.
So he's gone.
That's okay. It's what his job is.
Now this is gonna get nasty.
You're okay. You're okay.
Do I attack or heal?
I think you heal.
Okay. I can't multi-assist, but I'll just put.
But you can on Malak, right?
Is anybody gonna get a turn? Oh no, yeah, this won't do anything. So, if I call Anakin and Anakin crits, then I get fear.
True enough. True enough.
So I think I will just call Padme.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, not good.
You're okay. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay. Finish him off. Oh, not quite. Oh, that would have been nicer if you had finished him off. Oh, there. He's gone.
Get the stun. Yes.
Boom. Goodbye.
Okay, 3 stacks. Let's go special.
Yes.
Okay, we're not out yet. Oh, we lost Padme. This is trouble.
You're okay. No, you're okay.
Stun,
you're okay.
Please. Stun. Nope.
That's okay.
Look at his health. I need healing immunity.
He's okay. You're okay. Oh no! No!
I'm telling you, this is what my experience has been, everybody, with practicing this team. Like,
oh my god!
It's like you can get down to Malak and then it's buckle up time. I mean, there's just like no damage happening this time, and the previous battle that we won, it was such a different story.
Wow. Jeez. Wow.
I mean, it's close. So if if you're somebody without Darth Revan and obviously Malak, and you need a team to counter this. Like the Padme team will get you there against the Gear 11 Malak, and then if you're up against the Gear 12, like, for Grand Arena, you can pretty reliably get it down to that Gear 12 Malak, and then you need a second team to handle Malak on his own. So you can two-shot the team.
That's a fair point. Yeah, no, that's definitely a fair point. I've also seen where people will just run like a C team, like something that's
burn the cooldowns.
Yeah, just big enough that they can take the first wave of hits, like Gear 7, 8 kind of tunes.
That would do it. And
then they burn all the cooldowns, and they go in with like CLS Han Chewie or something and just melt it.
Yeah, that would do it. I mean, I can't help but think like losing Padme there sucked, and
yeah, I think losing Anakin was really critical. I think,
yeah,
when he went down like that, he's your DPS guy, right? So
yeah, and if you think about it, like, like the team is designed to be the most difficult one, and you kind of have to mirror it to win. That's how it seems to be designed by the developers in their posts. So this is kind of like, this is the free to play counter to it, and it's not maxed because of this Padme at Gear 11. Like Padme at Gear 12, I think is going to make a huge difference for me, but that'll be months.
Yeah, no, and I think that's a fair point too. I mean, at the end of the day, meta means exactly that, right? It's meta.
Yeah, it's supposed to be the best.
It's what did they call it? The tip of the spear?
Yeah.
So, that team should be tough to beat.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy.
Most of the time.
I'm happy with how the Galactic Republic team handles Darth Revan, because, again, it's an accessible team. Not that... Is it any less or more accessible than Darth Revan though? That's what kills me about it. It's like, okay, well, Darth Revan is supposed to be the best team and it's the hardest to get, and I'm like, well, is it really? Because it's one faction farm away, really.
Yeah, but it's Malak, right, that makes the team. So Malak was you needed Darth Revan and Jedi Knight Revan and friends all geared. You needed like 10, 2 legendary tunes and 8 other tunes geared pretty. What was it? 17,500.
It was gear 12 or like gear 10 in a Zeta.
So, yeah. Which
I guess that's fair.
Kind of ludicrous. It's kind of ludicrous in my mind, really. Like at the end of the day, when you look at it, it's you're talking about Malak is not even like as powerful, quote air quotes, as Darth Revan. He is far and away the most difficult tune in the game to get.
Oh yeah.
And you get him at 5 stars. If you get 2 legendary journey tunes and then 8 other hard to farm tunes, and you got to bring them to basically gear 11, 12 with Zetas and all that jazz to get this one tune at 5 stars.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. I can't even wrap my head around it, really. Like it's kind of crazy when you look at what he brings to the table. Like he's a good tune for sure, no questions about it. But is he? If that's what we needed for Malak, what does Jedi Master Luke look like?
So I have a good idea about Jedi Luke. I think we're gonna need Gamorrean Guard. I think we might need Lobot. So just
well, Cup and Ugnaught are guaranteed, I think.
I don't know about Cup because he's not in the original trilogy. I don't remember any scenes on Yeah, there's no Coruscant scenes.
Oh,
there's an Ugnaught.
He might have been on the Death Star, but I think he died when it blew up.
There you go.
Yeah, I can't say for sure though.
Ugnaught though is in Empire, so he's late. So actually, I was having nerd talk with my brother. So, Lobot could be one because all of us, when Territory Battles came out, there was a rush to 7-star Lobot, and you could get yourself into a really good guild if you had a 7-star Lobot because he was needed for some of those stupid the platoons, right? And that's for like new players who are just going straight for the meta, like just going straight for Old Republic and activate Jedi Revan and yada yada yada. They're skipping Lobot for sure. Like they're just cruising through Territory Battles because who cares about that game mode? Ugnaught.
So I see that you never got into a really good guild. That's what I'm seeing right now with your 3-star Lobot.
Yeah, because you guys all floated me. I didn't have to. I got into a really good guild. I didn't need to work on Lobot, and now I'm like, I should probably find those shards for him. But yeah, so he's at the, he's an Empire. CLS is the Empire Strikes Back Luke. And then Lando is another character that we all like. When I first started the game, Lando was the best. Like he was awesome. And now do any new players gear up Lando?
Oh, I don't think so. But yeah, he was terrifying.
This is
it's
for
like,
sure.
Oh my God, he AoE'd. I need to kill him before he AoEs again because he's gonna wipe out my team.
Yeah.
If he AoEs that second time, I'm toast.
Well, back before the stats all creeped up super high, but yeah, like, and this is a character that the newer players who like, like they might get Phoenix and then Old Republic and then Darth Revan or Jedi Revan, like they're for sure skipping Lando, and that's a farm that all the legacy players went through. So that would make sense that like for Jedi Luke, okay, so we're gonna have some Return of the Jedi characters, but maybe we'll also do some of the Empire Strikes Back characters and have it be like a double hero's journey thing. I don't know. It seems like they always try to move things around a little bit just to make it really hard for everybody to get them. So that would be Lobot and Lando, I think, would be a sneaky one. And, a lot of people farm up Lobot just as a joke.
Yeah, it's kind of like the whole Clone Wars Chewbacca kind of thing. But I feel like Jedi Master Luke needs to be kind of almost because he has to be meta. of course, like beyond meta. Like he has to be, I feel like he needs to be a raid reward for sure, for a Death Star raid where they pull ships into a raid.
Oh man,
where phases are ship related in the Death
cool.
Star. You have the Endor, and you have the all that whole jazz. I think that for Jedi Master Luke is ultra critical, but I almost feel like it's got to be harder than that. Even like I feel like you get the raid rewards a la Treya or GK or whatever. But there's another piece to it. There's another you do like a journey to get kind of half of them, and then the other half.
Oh my gosh, yeah. No, I see what like, so you have to 7-star the raid reward, and maybe that's still not quite getting you there. Then you have to play the squad event or something like that.
Something, yeah. You got to beat the event to kind of like.
That would be cool. That would give you like another raid to get excited for and to like.
Could you imagine the Death Star raid? How exciting that would be, where you got to use ships.
Oh my gosh!
And we're suddenly like Wedge's ship and Rebel Pilot's ship like matter.
Oh please, yes.
I feel like that would be epic. Where you have like phases where it's you've got the initial ship run where you're like fighting TIE fighters, and then you got like Endor, where you got to blow up the shields,
mm-hmm.
and then you got the last kind of run at it. I don't know. It's just I feel like that raid has to happen. I feel like that is the raid.
Oh man,
where you finally pull ships and tunes together into one raid where you got to have both, and it's super hard. But and like you say, I think that's really really clever. Where you like maybe you can like unlock Jedi Luke, and then you have to complete the event to get Jedi Master Luke or something, like where there's
like they could do Return of the Jedi Luke, and then we get old Luke, and he's like a hermit Yoda, like like a hero's journey style hermit Yoda 3PO type of character.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool too.
Oh man, I would love a new raid though. I love raiding. Like I loved building up tanks for the team. I loved building up teams for did I say tanks for the team? Teams for the tank and teams for the Sith raid. I love God part of the game.
I remember running phase 1 and of the tank raid with my Zeta Savage Oppress, because we only had a couple of the Xylos in the guild at the time, and I would be running my Savage Press for like hours, doing like 60,000 damage each run.
Our guild leader did that for us 1 or 2 raids, like when we were just trying to get over that heroic tank hump, and I swear he spent 8 hours one day on runs, and he was like, nobody go into the raid until I say so, and he like spent a whole Saturday beating phase 1 with his Xylo. It was crazy.
Yeah, we went through that. It was that, and Savage. The Xylos and Savages just slowly, death by 1,000 cuts to try to work our way. And then I'm pretty sure you were there for the raid that will not be spoken of, the heroic Sith raid.
Oh yeah.
We should probably share that story. We brought a few friends into our guild.
Well, I was the friends that came over for the.
Yeah.
That was
right.
So I think you had joined, and then I'm like, oh, Vyurr joined that guild. Well, then I'm joining too, and like I promptly got I was the guild leader of another guild, and I promptly like got that into credible hands and got them set up with a bunch of like good players, and everything was good. And then I'm like, all right, guys, see ya. I'm going to play with my arena friends, and you guys were like a strong guild, but kind of like, oh yeah, we tried heroic and we're like way short. And so I came over, I brought Tusken, I brought Quaggy, I brought Vic, and oh my gosh, like, because we had just gone through that, and we're like, okay, this is totally doable. Everybody needs to focus farm on 3 teams for the next like 2 or 3 weeks, and then you guys are gonna have to like play the game really tight, but it's going to be doable. So it was was this our third attempt of heroic?
This is our third attempt at heroic. We came like relatively close the second time, and then I'll let you tell the story of our third attempt.
Yeah, so we had previous, like in attempt 1, phase 3 stumped the guild, because nobody. No, I think a lot of people underestimated how much time and patience is required to get Chex Mix to go off well. The second one, like we made it through, but I think there were still a lot of wasted teams. I'm not sure if we made it through. And then,
yeah, we ran out of gas, but it was like we didn't get through the beginning of phase 4 because we had burned.
We burned everything to get through phase 3, and then we didn't have nobody had practiced the Night Sisters teams, so. The next time, the third time, we got through competently. There was probably some waste going on, but we made it through, and we slowly got through phase 4, and it was like 15 minutes left, or maybe no, it was like 2 hours left, and Nihilus was brought down, and messages started flying on Discord and in game chat, and then Scion went down like 20 minutes later, and then it's like, everybody get in, and it like we were just throwing these crap teams and doing I think I did like 10,000 damage with that team, but but Trey's health kept on crumbling down slowly but steadily, and we got down to, I mean, it was like 3% with 2 minutes left, and people are like messaging at everyone all over the server, like, everybody get in, and we like it was down to like 1.2%, and I think one of our players actually beat the raid, but when
that is correct, and got the message changed, this event is no longer available.
Yeah, like something happened between when they like entered the event and the timer must have been out of sync, but. And we also admittedly had there were 3 people who zero posted the whole raid, which they were promptly cut. But we were so close, and the guild was still at like a really low GP level for what was expected. What's kind of the benchmark for the Sith raid. I can't remember what that number is, but I remember it being like, we're pretty close to as lean as you can be and still beating the raid.
I want to say we were like under 80 million. It was really low.
Yeah.
Really, really low.
Yeah, we had a bunch of really strong raiders, and like got everybody super excited. After the second one, when people saw that we got through to phase 4, I think everybody got excited and played that third attempt really tight, but it was just came up just short.
We literally missed it by 60 seconds. And it wasn't even a timer out of sync. It was that the player entered the raid and finished it after the 48 hours had elapsed, and that's why I guess I sort of think and it sent us a screenshot, and we all died a little bit.
Yeah, it was a huge bummer because it was really like we got through, and Nihilus went, like, I was excited when Nihilus went down because I'm like, so from here on out, I remember it being like everybody just start throwing teams at it, and all 50 of us collectively do enough damage that it just dies. And I was like, but I'm just not sure about this guild with our GP level. And sure enough, it was like the health levels were reducing and reducing. But that left a sour taste in my mouth.
I think your buddy Quag there almost. He was the guy that pulled us through it. But I mean, I swear to God, I'm sure he made at least 3 people cry during that race.
Oh my gosh, yeah, poor Quag. Poor Quag. Quaggy, if you listen to this, thank you so much for your help there.
Yeah. So that has become forever known, because we missed it by 60 seconds, as the raid that will not be spoken of, well, ever again after this, which has now been recorded in perpetuity. But
yeah, indeed. Oh, what have people been asking? I'm reading my Discord chat here, seeing if there are any interesting chats. I guess everybody's in Grand Arena. Yeah, it was just that one question really about the Padme R2-3PO thing, and I think that video we got just kind of sums up my experience. Like, sometimes it just works, and sometimes, more frequently, I get stonewalled by it.
So Lumi has been running like the whole Jedi Knight Revan with Thrawn, where Thrawn is just faster than Bast. and that has similar success rate, I guess, to your Padme team that you've been running. It seems to work where you direct focus Darth Revan right off the hop with your Jedi Knight Revan, and then you fracture him right after that. And it's not perfect. You need to load like a ton of offense on Grandmaster Yoda. If Bast doesn't have the Zeta, you can certainly swap out Thrawn and throw in Ezra there, and it works beautifully. You can drop Darth Revan very quickly. But if Bast has that Zeta, the Ezra comp does not work because Darth Revan will have that foresight, and you can't kill him fast enough. So, but with Darth Revan, not Darth Revan, with Thrawn, it actually works I would say about as often as what you've been running. It does work though, absolutely.
So Thrawn,
for those that are
Thrawn under Jedi Revan.
Yeah, Thrawn under Jedi Revan, but he's got to be fast. He has to be faster than their Bast. Not faster than their Darth Revan, but faster than Bast for sure.
Okay. I've actually got, I think I've got one of our guys has done a video on that.
Beautiful.
Miami. That guy Miami Heat.
Oh yeah. Yes.
So this is I don't know what the YouTube thing is, but I'm just full screening Miami's video here. He's got a cool intro. I feel like I shouldn't skip his intro if I'm playing his video, but he showed us this footage last week. It was like 2 days before Metaverse did a video on it. And I was kind of shocked. I'm like, whoa, this actually seems really foolproof, and it seems like kind of the most solid free-to-play counter to Darth Revan I've seen.
I wouldn't say it's foolproof, but it's effective. I would say for sure. I mean, again, you're fighting against the meta, so you're never quite. You're always an underdog to an extent, right?
Oh yeah.
So see, sure. right there, where he used the Grandmaster Yoda special, I would have used a basic, and I would have brought him down because he's going to health equalize, right? So you need that attack to kill him. So what you do is you would basic him there. I feel like you would bring him down to about where he is now, and then you use that third attack because if he drops under 50%, he health equalizes. But if you kill him,
if you can land a kill shot, he doesn't health equalize.
Right. So I feel like, I mean, he's obviously because he's posted this video, it's going to be successful. But I feel like that was like a misstep, maybe.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Because you see that like Grandmaster Yoda did no damage on that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so like cue him up to just on. Does the health bar turn yellow when it's 50%, or does it
yellow when it's 50%? No, it's yellow when it's 50%. But yeah, see, so the kill shot there, that's what you're looking for, right? It doesn't have to be 50%. Yeah, it's probably about like 70%. Yeah, so maybe about 70%. You get rid of his protection. Just use a basic on him.
Yeah, that's.
And even you can even kind of play with it where Grandmaster Yoda, maybe you hit the Sith Trooper with his basic because it's going to feed Yoda turn meter and chip him down with the other guys, even just to get him to that point, so that when you use that special from Grandmaster Yoda, you got to melt him in one turn. Otherwise, it's problematic.
Yeah,
this is going really well for him for sure. I don't know what the team he's fighting looks like, but the experiences I've had is definitely you want to kill Darth Revan with that first special from Grandmaster Yoda for sure.
Yeah, and another thing about letting, I guess it's even more important to, like you're saying, get that kill shot right before he can health equalize, because if he health equalizes, that sets off Malak's little "I'm gonna kill you" timer.
Oh, for sure. Look at that HK just healing himself like a boss. I
love that. He's HK is such a good counter to Revan.
Taking it like a champ.
I know I'm not even sure I understand how many buffs are expiring that give him all that health and protection regen, but I'll take it. I think it's hilarious.
Wow. Yeah, he's just taking it like a champ. Wow.
like just full auto. Like I hope that he's probably sitting there recording it. Like, man, I really hope the team kills HK. I would be like, if I was recording this, I'm like, I'm not sure I'm gonna win. But
yeah, no doubt. There he goes. Now you got to deal with Malak on top of that. Like, geez, but there with all those buffs, it shouldn't be a problem. But yeah. So one thing that's really important with this team, though, from the experience I've seen from Lumi running it, though, is it's really really important for when you use that special on Darth Revan to get rid of him, that you got him about 70% health and no protection, so that you need to one-shot him. You got to kill him, because if he health equalizes, things generally don't end up as well as it just did for Mr. Miami Heat there. That was pretty good, but something to keep in mind. You really want to kill it. You want to kill a shot with that. So
yeah, I wish I could. As you talk about all that stuff, those are all like really good pointers for how to play it, and I can't help but space off and think, like, how can I apply any of that to playing it with Galactic Republic? I don't. I'm not.
Maybe the triple tap from Ahsoka, maybe.
Yeah, but I have to. Maybe it's R2. Maybe it's R2 instead of 3PO. So you run fast R2 to stealth to GK. I don't know.
Wow, that's that might have legs.
Oh man, I don't know if I want to burn this.
I wonder about too, this is just off the top of my head. Like, there's so many Galactic Republic tunes that we haven't really seen. I mean, there's Xeris, for sure. That there's Ayla, which is another like crazy assist machine. There's Mace. Like, where are these guys in this comp? Are they in this comp? I don't know. I haven't played with it enough to kind of, but if we look through their kits, like, is there something there? I feel like Ayla's an assist machine. Xeris, does she make them even more formidable? Does she make them even more durable? Like, I don't know.
They're all good except for against Gear 12 Malak. Like, you can run. I'm sure you can run Xeris. I'm sure you can run I run Qui-Gon in Grand Arena with them as the 5th. I'm sure a reworked Mace would do it. And I've even run Fives. Fives is good because he has a. This is Rex, not Fives. What am I doing?
Yeah.
Fives has a
counterattack,
relatively quick cooldown on his assist, which synergizes with Padme, and the countering synergizes, and he's just a really good character, and he ends up getting with the health bonuses from her. He's super tanky. I ran him as the 5th in Grand Arena, and the team worked great.
He's clearly way better than Echo, for sure, I would say.
Oh, totally. Echo sucks. That's why he's sitting at Gear 11.
Poor Echo.
Poor Echo. Oh man. So I think I'm a little short on time, but I think this week usually Myth and I talk about like sort of what's going on this week, and for me, I was on a little I took a hiatus from testing so I could hoard up crystals and get my Malak to Gear 11, and same with Padme. And I've done that. I've still got some extra pieces that I can put on there for sure, but at Gear 11 I'm going to be able to get them to the highest speed that I can from mods. So I can sort of transition over to something, and I can't help but think it's got to be Separatist related. One, because it annoyed, like, I'm just going crazy that I'm like ignoring these characters that I know I need to improve a little more to get Padme to 7 stars, but also because of that territory battle that's coming up. I've been farming Dooku out of Cantina, and I'm just like, I don't know, we'll probably need to use him for all 6 days, so I'm sure you want him 7-starred. But then I need to put gear on some of these guys, and I'm not really sure what to do.
So Newt, I would say you can very safely bring him to gear 11. I've run with him a little bit, just playing around, because I did gear up my Separatists to get my 7-star Padme. So I've got like a gear 12 Grievous, and I've got a gear 12 Dooku, and I've got a gear 12 B2, and I've started running my gear 11 now, Newt with it, and he's cool.
Yeah.
I haven't quite really dug into his kit, but that extortion,
it looks fun.
It's crazy. It's neat because you'll throw it on a team, you throw it on one guy, and then somebody else will die when he cleanses it. Like it's really wild. So I think that's definitely a focus for me right now. What I'm looking at is they talked about the new capital ship coming, Grievous's capital ship, Malevolence, I believe. Mm-hmm. That's what it's called. So in my heart of hearts, yeah, I'm thinking it's Anakin and the clones, all the Galactic Republic ships. So I've been aggressively farming Anakin's ship. Unfortunately for me, my clones are nowhere near what yours look like, and my clone ships are also nowhere near what yours. I've got my Rex is like 4 stars, and my clone sergeant ship is also like 4 stars, and they're both like, well, Rex is geared up because he's Rex, but my clone trooper's like level 53, I think, when we territory battles first kind of came around, or territory wars first came around, and you had to get them to level 53 to get them in there. But so I've got some work to do there for sure, but that's my focus. I've been actively farming Droideka in B1, but I think I'm going to take a little pause on B1 and get Anakin there, because I can't imagine us getting a capital ship the way things have been going without needing Anakin's ship for sure. And then
and the other galactic huge. I mean, just the idea, like, I just don't want to miss a capital ship. Like, that seems like it would be bad, like not getting Thrawn's ship when it came out.
Yeah, but here's where I'm a little bit confused with so Grievous comes out with a capital ship, and it's a Separatist ship. And if you look under Separatists, if you sort your ships under Separatists, now they talked about an unmanned ship. So let's say that's B1. So that's 4 ships. If you go under Separatists, all the way down.
Did I miss it?
Yeah, keep going. There you go. So you got 4 ships and a capital ship. That's not a team. So no. I'm a little bit confused what that's going to look like when they drop Grievous's ship, and you would assume it's going to have synergy with Separatists. That would make sense. And they've talked about this unmanned ship, which for me screams B1. But then what?
Yeah, like, but Empire, until Emperor's Shuttle came out, was also sort of an incomplete team. And now that, let's not forget, it's now like ships is a 3v3 format. So maybe they're like, yeah, you got a starting lineup. There it is. You get 1 reinforcement. There's your Separatist fleet. Then you can, like, everybody just run.
They just happen. They're all bugs. And B1. I don't know. It just seems it definitely seems incomplete. But I find that strange. Like, you're gonna drop a capital ship and maybe drop 1 more ship, but 4 ships seems. But I guess, if you look at bounty hunters, I guess that's where we're rocking. It's 4 ships.
Yeah, and there's no capital ship. I mean, there's.
No.
Oh gosh, I keep on doing that. Yeah, I mean, like, Xanadu Blood is I think it's a good ship, and I think most people, I do see people run it, but it's few and far between. So maybe the Separatist fleet gives us more options to plug in some more ships that we're maybe not using. We need more game modes, though. We need more. We need a raid that lets us use all of our ships.
Yeah, but fair enough, for sure. But in Grand Arena, like, I don't know about what other people are doing, but I always run Thrawn led.
Yep.
I'll run Houndstooth and the 2 bounty hunter ships with a bunch of, like, Empire ships behind me. I'll throw Boba Fett in there, and then some Empire ships on D. Because with the Houndstooth, I mean, you got to throw a pretty decent team at it on offense. And then I keep myself with my Piston and my Bigs and my Millennium Falcon or whatever for offense, because it just melts everything.
Yeah.
And I can get by without the Houndstooth 95% of the time on offense, just by having the Falcon. I mean, Biston's ship. Don't knock Biston. Everybody's like, everybody. You geared up Biston. I'm like, yeah, I got a Gear 12 Biston, Gear 11 Scarif Rebel Pathfinder, and don't regret it at all, because Biston right off the hop feeds turn meter to the whole team when he's fast. He never misses, so he's like Vader. He hits through foresight. He's stealthed. The ship is amazing. Like,
yeah.
it really is. So
all the good fleets in my shard, they're running Biston. Like the ones that are really difficult to beat, they have a starting Gear 12 Biston ship.
Yeah, and he's awful to run against because he feeds turn meters, so he just kind of speeds the whole team up. And like I said, he drops into stealth. He feeds himself turn meter, feeds the team turn meter. He hits through foresight. Like, I love him. I think he's great. I think he's a great way to jumpstart your team. So I run my starting is Houndstooth, the Falcon, and Biston. I never drop out of the top 10 in my fleets ever, and yeah, it's easy. And then I bring Cashin out, blow up their Falcon if they got it, and that's it. Collect my crystals.
Yeah. So I'm playing my
same kind of process match. You're playing. Yeah, same kind of process you're playing right now here. Exactly the same thing. Bring Cashin out, blow up their Falcon, win.
Yep. Although today I had such a bad run in ships too. After my bad run in arena. Oh, I'm happy. I'm actually winning something right now.
Yeah, you got this.
Yeah. This is kind of done.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll just hit auto. I'm pretty sure I'm going to 4v1 it.
I feel like you might be okay.
Let's just watch the computer. Oh, no. I was going to say, let's just watch the computer to give him a bunch of dodges, but we're fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to do my Grand Arena tonight, too. I'm up against myself pretty much in Grand Arena, so it's pretty exciting. I love those matches. I seem to get them often where I'm fighting really challenging opponents that have, similar mods and similar comps and similar characters to me, and it's fun. It's tough. It'd be nice. I know a lot of my guildmates I talk to are, God, they didn't even attack, and like, hey man, you're getting free stuff. So
yeah, whatever.
But it is fun.
It is more fun when they try. And like, so this guy that I'm playing Kinetic, I ran a silly, like, my kind of janky Django team and two-shot the Night Sisters, and I'm like, okay, and saw that he logged in and was one-shotting my whole thing, so did that. Then also decided I would try something out against Padme, and I tried JTR out against Padme because I'm like, oh yeah, they, like, you can't land anything against them, so I'll go for those unresistible exposes from the JTR lead, not right. Thinking that they're crit immune when they have protection up. So I was like, oh, wait a second. I've made a huge mistake.
Yeah.
So what is the hard counter to Padme?
I feel like CLS Han Chewie is a hard counter to just about, well, aside from Darth Revan, but I feel like that's a hard counter. I'm trying to think. That's a good question.
I've heard people talk about like EP, and I just don't.
I was thinking that too. I was just kind of going there.
I'm not sure though. Would Nest help?
It would depend on the comp, I think, because the EP would be dependent upon you sticking the debuffs and getting that turn meter train going, right? So. I feel like Padme cleansing would be a boon if you've stuck the debuffs. Would speed that whole team up. I don't know. It's a good question.
What else do I want to use?
And I wonder if Freya might work too. Treya, I feel like might work.
I think I used Treya already. Let me just try. Well,
one little trick that I like to play, depends on the team I'm facing or whatever, but I will run Akbar, Han Chewy, like Fulcrum, blah, blah, or whatever, and then which will save me CLS for another whole squad.
yeah.
Like, not in the situation you're in right now, I think you need to go big, so I wouldn't do that, but it's something that to consider going forward. It's true, no mods. That makes me sad.
I know. I sort of like left Chert and Bays to the wayside, and I'm like, no, I need to keep those guys modded. They're good.
Are you right now like working to keep yourself under 4 million GP? Is that part of your kind of strategy or whatever?
No, but I'm getting close enough that I have to think about that. But yeah, I'm not really of that mindset of like restraining your GP or anything.
Right. This is going interestingly so far.
Yeah,
I'm not sure how.
I've never I haven't gotten a chance to play against. This is the first time I've played against a good Padme team, so it's a learning experience for me.
It's interesting. Like, I would have thought you would have torn things down a little more.
They can't. Okay, so that's Gear 11. Crit immune. I think I want to get out.
Yeah, I think
Ahsoka. I forgot about crit. I was like, oh, don't trigger the Kenobi taunt. But I'm like, wait, I can't crit them.
Right.
This game is so sneaky. You get used to playing a certain way.
Right. God, she just won't go down though, eh? Oh, there she goes.
Oh,
not yet. No! You need to die.
Oh, come on. Dodge.
Oh my God. Jesus.
Well, Baze works pretty. Oh, she's full health again. That sucks.
Yeah, that's not ideal.
Okay.
You need to cleanse that. Yeah. There we go. Jeez. Yep.
Boom. Okay, that helps. Now, I think we want to eventually go over to Anakin, and man, like the timer is starting to tick.
I think you'll be okay for time because one team is going to die before I think you run out of time. I feel like that's a foregone conclusion. It's just, can you get past GK?
GK is so thick.
Okay. Like, look at that. Like, he's just taking hits like crazy right now. Oh.
This team is good.
I didn't cleanse the taunt. Man.
I didn't look to see if he's Zeta'd. Because if GK's Zeta'd,
no, he hung on.
I know.
God, look at Anakin holding his side there like a chump.
Die.
Come on. Oh. Finish him. There he goes. Oh. No!
What is going
on? Finish him! There we go. Okay. God.
I was about to say, I think I can hit auto, but I'm not so sure about that.
I don't know that I would go there quite yet.
Oh, you know what? All the attacking out of turns is helping him a lot.
Yeah, for sure. I just kind of thought the massive DPS would just...
Yeah, I just need to go with resists as my turn meter thing. Oh.
Mm-hmm. Get rid of that Padme. You might need to run auto pretty soon there. Oh, Nelly. This is getting dirty. Oh, he didn't even taunt. Thanks. Oh, God. Oh, that's good. Thanks for the speed.
Okay, let's just kill somebody, please. I don't know if it's going to work.
Wow. I can't believe this. You got CLS, Han, Chewie are the ones left standing.
Mm-hmm.
And
they keep on getting the locked protection up. GK just feels invincible.
12 stacks of protection.
Oh, that's going to be it.
Oh. Jeez.
Computer goes after 3PO.
Yeah,
Because
of course he does.
Oh, man.
Wow.
That really makes me want to run this team on defense now.
Yeah, I did actually. Exactly that
I
team,
think,
so.
I need a really strong defense team. This is going to be it. It's still so new, so like people just don't really. Oh, am I gonna kill Padme?
Oh, come on, kill Padme!
Oh no!
Oh, stupid taunting
AI,
dragon.
you idiot! Come on.
There we go. Oh my God, 7. It's gonna be. You know what? At least you'll have a. Come on, get there! Come on, faster!
So I bet if I didn't auto that and played it, I could have pulled that one out.
Yeah, I think so too. Wow.
Oh.
Okay, well, that's a thing.
EP.
What do you throw against that now?
Tarkin, just some stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe an IPD.
Just in case. I don't think you'll need it, but
why not? Do I have? Yeah. There I go. I don't know how. Does the game treat it as GK lead now?
I don't think so. I believe that the leader is gone. We'll find out shortly if he starts getting protection stacked. So I think you don't want to. Okay, I don't think you want to blow him up. I think you want to just for the points.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I lost anyway, but that's a fair point. And then, oh no, I used troopers. What's a
JTR? Have you got JTR?
I used JTR.
Oh, that's my go-to usually.
Mm-hmm. You can go.
Yeah.
Do I have Hermit? No, I put Hermit on defense.
Let me think here. Maybe Leia, because she'll drop into stealth. You got Leia left? Yes, maybe Leia.
Oh, you're not gonna like my mod situation. I'm worse than
and then maybe Chirrut just for the extra. Oh, no mods.
No mods.
Thinking for the extra.
Oh, Thrawn, no brainer.
Yes. Yeah, no, you can't go wrong with Thrawn.
Oh, and actually, dude, I've got baller mods on GMY. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, that's.
This is actually a pretty excellent random team.
Okay. So if you do that now, does B2's buff immunity stick? Not through foresight.
Dispels.
Yeah, so not through foresight, but he'll dispel.
I can also. I'm gonna fracture him and then.
That's right. Yeah, daze everybody. Wham.
More turn meter. Steal some buffs.
Oof. This should be interesting. I'm curious to see how this plays out.
Come on, Yoda, make some kills. Am I worried about anybody? Django. I've got super high tenacity. Oh no!
Wow! Boom.
Okay, let's handle Boba because I forgot about that. I forgot Boba is still good.
Yeah, he's there you go. Perfect. And spread those around when you get a chance.
Fracture Bosk.
Yeah, for sure you don't want him taunting. That would be bad. Spread that. Oh, yeah, beautiful.
Okay, we'll get.
There we go. Rawr.
I don't even remember what that move does. I just know that you should use it whenever it's there.
Yeah, it just gives him protection up, makes him hit harder.
Yes.
Boom.
Okay.
This is going okay.
This is
for a.
This is fine.
Yeah, for sure. Wow.
Oh.
Yeah, oh, they got their payout. That's not ideal.
Yeah.
Oof.
Man, Gear 11 Nest just... Oh, man. They're cutting right through... Why is...
Maybe spread that stuff around. Yeah, there we go. Give them a little foresight.
I feel like Nest should be, like, gaining more protection than she is.
Well, they changed her, right? So she gains it based on her current health, right? So.
Oh, man. So if you start knocking her down, it...
Yeah, she doesn't gain nearly as much, so. Oof. She's taking it like a champ, though.
Mm-hmm. Please, hold on. Okay.
Come on.
Yeah, okay.
There we go. There we go. We're okay. We're okay. Yep. Yeah, foresights. It's just going to be, can you take, it should be able to take boss down, actually, with what you got there.
Yeah. I'm not too worried about this.
Oof.
Come on. Come on, Wampa.
Yeah, I need Wampa to, like, really step it up here.
I'm so used to just doing Rex Wampa that... Because, like, you know, when there are fewer characters, Wampa will take more turns. Just feel like Wampa feels so slow right now.
Whack. Oh. Come on. You need to get that boss. Oh, that's not ideal.
Man, this guy's teams are good. I need to go back in his inventory and, like, snoop how he modded everybody, because he did it. He's done a good job with this stuff.
Yeah, for sure. That's a beefy boss for sure.
Yeah.
Look at him. He's just taking him, eh? Oh.
This is ridiculous.
Come on. Hey, come on. Wampa, do your thing.
Do you guys have that, is it a Dunkin'? No, it's not a Dunkin' Donuts commercial. Maybe it's a car insurance commercial we have here where, it's like, they're showing a hockey game and they have a walrus in goal. And, like, the other team just, like, takes a shot against the walrus, and the puck just bounces off them. And the player goes, "It's a walrus! This is ridiculous!"
I haven't seen it, but it sounds fantastic.
I feel like that. Right? Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we go. Wow, that was a little bit tense.
That took forever. Thanks, Wampa.
Yeah, good old Wampa.
So, good game, Kinetic. You floored me. Let me see if I can check out. Is it too late to go into people's inventories?
Oh, no, you're good.
All right, so let me look at how his boss was set up, because that was...
Yeah, he was beefy. Hey, wow. He's taking it like a champ.
Oh, he's maxed.
Oh, his mods aren't spectacular. Oh, not spectacular at all. Interesting.
Huh. I mean, that's good. Like, it's 10s and 12s across the board. Like, that's good. But he's got max gear on Bosk, so...
Right. That makes a huge difference.
Yeah. Dengar was sort of...
Gotta love Dengar.
There you go.
Oh, yeah, right there. I got to do that. I keep looking at Boba, and I'm like, oh, I really got to up his mods, because he's got kind of garbage mods, because I walked away from him, like, so long ago. And then I use him, like, every Grand Arena Territory War, so it's like, I need to give him back some love.
Yeah, he's easy to forget about. Oh, well, I think I'm going to have to call it a wrap there.
Yeah, I think that brings the show to an end, eh?
Yep, so I'll get to cutting this up and posting it. We've got, we've been going for almost 2 hours here, so we got some good tests in. I forget what we talked about. It's so late.
Yeah, some of us got to work in the morning. Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, for sure. All right, V, thanks for coming on. I'll see you.
Hey, no problem.
I'll see you in the game.
Sounds good, bud.
All right, bye.
Have a good night. Cheers.